Let me tell you something that nobody in the YouTube space wants to admit. The advice being handed out to aspiring creators is actually designed for extroverts. And if you are an introvert sitting there wondering why every tip feels exhausting, awkward, or just completely wrong for who you are not alone. The system is just not built for you. But here is what I discovered after years of studying how audiences actually grow on the platform. Introverts have a natural edge that most loud, high-energy creators can never replicate. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to use it. Before we get into the good stuff, I need you to understand one thing. Starting from zero is not a disadvantage. It is actually the cleanest starting position that you could ask for. No bad habits, no audience expectations pulling you in the wrong direction, and no identity crisis when you decide to pivot. 0 followers means total freedom. And for an introvert, freedom is everything. So let me paint a picture. You have been watching YouTube for years. You consume content constantly. You have opinions, knowledge, and thoughts that run deep because introverts process the world differently. You think before you speak. You go beneath the surface. You notice the details that other people miss entirely. Every single one of those traits is a content superpower. The question is not whether you have something valuable to give. The question is how to package it in a way that actually builds an audience. So let us get into it. The first thing you need to accept is that your channel is not about you performing for a crowd. It is about you having a one-on-one conversation with one specific person. When you film a video, imagine that there is exactly one viewer sitting across from you, someone you genuinely like, someone who shares your curiosity, someone who would appreciate your depth. Introverts are incredible at one-on-one connection. That intimate, focused energy is magnetic on camera. The moment you stop thinking about thousands of strangers and start thinking about one real person, that's when everything changes. Your delivery becomes warmer. Your content becomes more specific. And specific content is what builds loyal audiences. Now here is where most beginner creators go wrong, regardless of personality type, but especially for introverts. They try to do everything. They watch a creator with 1 million subscribers and try to copy the format, the energy, the upload schedule, and the style, and they burn out in 3 weeks. You need a different strategy. You need to find the one thing, the one topic, the one angle that you could genuinely talk about without running out of things to say. Not because it is trending, not because it has big search volume, but because you actually care about it deeply. Introverts are typically passionate about niche subjects in a way that goes several layers deeper than casual interest. That depth is your differentiator. Lean into it hard. Let me give you the valuable loop structure that you need to follow when planning your videos. Every single video should teach something, show something, or solve something within the first 2 minutes. Not eventually, not after long rambling introduction, but within the first 2 minutes. Why? Because YouTube rewards watch time and viewer satisfaction. If someone sticks around past the 2-minute mark, the algorithm notices, and if they make it to the end, that video gets pushed further. So your job in every video is to deliver immediate value and then layer more value throughout. Think of it like this. Give them a reason to stay every 3 to 4 minutes. A new insight, a reframe, a surprising fact, a personal story. Keep that loop going and your retention numbers will climb. Speaking of personal stories, this is where introverts have an enormous advantage that most people completely underestimate. Introverts tend to have rich inner lives. They have processed their experiences in detail. They have drawn conclusions, made connections, and asked themselves hard questions. When an introvert shares a personal story on camera, it tends to be thoughtful, layered, and emotionally resonant in a way that scripted or surface-level content simply is not. Viewers feel that authenticity. They subscribe to that. Do not hide your inner world from your audience. That inner world is exactly what they came for. Now, let us talk about the thing that probably terrifies you the most, putting your face on camera. Here is the truth. You don't have to, not at first, and not ever if you choose not to. Some of the most successful YouTube channels in history have been built without the creator ever appearing on screen. Voiceover with visuals, screen recordings, animation, and B-roll with narration. All of these formats work. And here is the beautiful thing about them for introverts. They allow you to become completely yourself because you are not performing. You are just talking. You are just explaining. And the pressure of being watched disappears, and what remains is pure communication. If eventually you want to show your face, great, but start with whatever format lets you actually press record. Because not starting is the only real failure mode here. Let us talk about consistency, because this word gets thrown around a lot, and usually in a way that creates guilt rather than strategy. Here is what consistency actually means for a 0-follower channel. It means showing up regularly enough that the algorithm can predict your behavior and that your future subscribers know what to expect. For most beginners, that means 1 video per week, not every day. Not 3 times a week. 1 thoughtful, well-researched, genuinely useful video per week. Introverts actually have an advantage here too, because they tend to think before they act. They would rather produce 1 excellent thing than 5 mediocre things. That instinct is exactly right for YouTube right now. Quality over volume every single time. Here is a psychological trigger that will help your channel grow faster than almost anything else. Curiosity gaps. When you create a title, a thumbnail, or an opening line that makes someone feel like they are missing a piece of information that they need, they will click. They will stay. They will watch to the end to get the answer. The key is that the payoff has to be real. You have to actually deliver the answer in a satisfying way. Introverts are natural at this because they tend to think in questions. They live in a space of wondering why things work the way they do. Build your content around genuine questions and then answer them in depth. That is a formula that the algorithm loves and that the viewers trust. Now let us address the comment section, because for many introverts, this is a source of genuine anxiety. Putting work out publicly and then reading what strangers think about it can feel overwhelming. But here is what I want you to reframe. Comments are not judgment, they are data. Every comment tells you something about what your audience needs, what confused them, what resonated, and what they want to see next. Respond to comments like you are having a one-on-one conversation, because you are. Pick the most thoughtful comments and reply in depth. Introverts are exceptional at this kind of written connection, and viewers notice when a creator actually shows up in their own comment section. It builds loyalty faster than almost any other single action you can take. The last thing I want to talk about is the long game, because if you are an introvert starting from zero, you need to understand that this is not a sprint. The channels that introverts build tend to grow slower at first and then compound dramatically. Here is why. Introverted creators typically build niche, deeply engaged audiences rather than broad, casual ones. A channel with 5,000 subscribers who watch every video, share content with their friends, and genuinely feel connected to the creator is worth 10 times a channel with 50,000 passive subscribers who found the content through a trending topic and never came back. Depth of connection is the currency of the long game, and introverts are uniquely equipped to build that depth. So here is your action plan right now. Pick the one topic you could talk about for 100 videos without running dry. Write the first 10 video ideas. Choose the format that feels the most comfortable, whether that is face cam, voiceover, screen recording, or something else entirely. Film the first video this week, not next month, but this week. It will not be perfect. It does not need to be. Your job right now is to begin. The algorithm does not reward perfection. It rewards consistency, authenticity, and content that keeps people watching. You are not too quiet for YouTube. You are not too introverted to build an audience. You are not too far behind because you have 0 followers right now. You are just at the beginning. And the beginning is where all the best stories start. The world does not need more loud, performance-driven content. It does need more depth. It needs more honesty. It needs more of what you actually have to offer. So go make your first video. Your audience is out there waiting for you. They just don't know where to find you yet. And the only thing standing between them and you is pressing record.